Got this insight, this download if you want, to connect the chakra system, the quantum physics mode of looking at the world, astrology, natal charts, the I Ching. The I Ching is this very, very old book. Very old book that has 64 little hexagrams in it, and these hexagrams tell little stories. So there's like the gate of the fighter, the gate of insight, the gate of nourishment, the gate of drive, the gate of mystery, the gate of doubt, and these are like genetic themes. These are like codes. These are your genes. There's 64 of them, and each one tells like a story. In the human design system, these 64 stories are like little gates, like little electrical sockets between, let's say, your mind and your throat, between your heart and your throat, between your sexual center and your emotional center. So there are these centers in the human design system, and between these centers you have these 64 little stories, and some of those stories are activated inside of you and some are dormant. Those ones that you have activated, they weave together the story of your life, or they weave together the energies that you have inside of you. For example, I have the gate of the fighter. I have the gate of being stubborn and opposed to almost anything that's detrimental for me. And that's one of the rare channels that I have. You might have something else. So we have these 64 hexagrams, little stories, and we have these 9 centers. So the 9 centers are the chakra system. So in the Vedic or Ayurvedic, or from India, you know, the chakra system, there are 7 chakras in that system, and in human design there are 9 centers. So some of them are similar, some of them are different. So in human design you have the root, you have the spleen, you have the sacral or the sexual center, you have the solar plexus, which is your emotional center. You have your G center, which is like your GPS, let's say. You have your heart center, which is like your willpower. You have your throat center, which is your expression. You have your ajna, or your third eye, and you have your head. So these 9 centers are present in every single person. So no matter what your human design is, or what your type is, or what your profile is, or all the other details, every single person has 9 centers. And every single person has these 64 little possible activations in their genetic code, the 64 hexagrams in the human DNA. So these are the 9 centers, and based on them, some people have certain energies activated from birth, and some people don't. So out of the 64, you might have number 1, number 8, number 13, 24, 26, 29, 51, 57, 63, and 64, let's say. And that's gonna be you. Me, I might have 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 17, 19, 64, 60, for example. In the chart, these centers can be connected with one another, or they can be empty, let's say. So, if you for example have your throat center connected to your ajna center since you were born, that means you have one gate here. So let's say you have number 56 here, and you have number 17 up here. And if you have both of them, that forms a channel. And that channel transmits energy from your mind to your throat all the time. All the time you are having insights in your mind that you want to speak about. All the time. All the time. You just want to speak about the things you're thinking about. You just want to, because the energy is all the time making its way from the number 17 to the 56. So your throat is constantly being fed insights. Your ajna is your insight. It's like your cognitive, your mind. Another person doesn't have those. Another person maybe doesn't have any activations in the ajna or any activations in the throat, and they have what's called an open throat or an open ajna. That means that they don't have consistent energy that needs to be spoken, that needs to be expressed through the mind. The other person might have an activation in the throat that goes towards the solar plexus, the emotional center. And they have in the solar plexus an activation that goes up to the throat since birth. And that person has consistent emotions that are trying to get expressed through the throat. Then, for example, someone might have an activation in their sacral sexual center that's connected to, let's say, the solar plexus again, the emotional solar plexus. Those people will have a constant stream of energy between their emotions and their arousal, their emotions and their sexual center, their creativity and their emotions and their passion. Then root center, for example, I have root center activated and spleen. These are the only two that I have activated. So my root center is my pressure to move. It's my drive to move. So naturally, I always have a built-up of energy that needs to be expressed through movement, through martial arts, through dancing, through expending this electric energy. And that's one little activation that goes towards the spleen. And I have another from the spleen that goes towards the root, and the spleen is my survival instinct. So when these two connect together, I have the channel of the fighter, which is basically, the spleen is my awareness, the spleen is my survival instinct, and my root center fuels me to move. The more I move, the more energy goes to the spleen and fuels my awareness. So I'll give you real practical. On days that I don't move every single joint in my body, because spleen is also the lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system doesn't move by itself. You gotta move it. It's not like bloodstream just going on. The lymphatic system, if you're not moving, it's not moving. And it's very important. It's like your waste disposal system in the body. It's also your primal instinct. Through the spleen, through that water, through the skin, you can feel like an animal. And then the days that I do move my body very much, like 2 hours, I feel my spleen get activated and I feel best. That's because I know that through my design. I know that I have this root energy that needs to be spent on moving my body regularly, and then my spleen stays healthy, and my spleen is my authority, and authority is which of these centers are you designed to make decisions from. So, unlike society, human design tells us we shouldn't make decisions from our mind. We should decondition the mind. We should remove all the blockages, all the programs, all the belief systems from the mind, peel ourselves like an onion, and check on your chart, on your human design chart. It says, I create lines is splenic authority, meaning that I need to listen to my spleen when I make decisions. You can have sacral authority, meaning you need to listen to your sexual center when you make decisions. Maybe you have emotional solar plexus authority, meaning you need to be careful if you're emotional when you make decisions. Maybe you have G center, self-projected authority. That means you need to speak things out loud, hear yourself talk, and then make decisions. So these are some of the ways that when you get into human design, it basically shows you how to listen to these centers in your body to make better decisions in life. It's like a big hub for your body's intuition, and everyone is different. Every single person is different. I am splenic. That means I'm very moment to moment, split second making decisions. I can spin 180 and then do something, spin 180, do something else. And I don't have to explain myself or you or the fuck anybody cares why I made these decisions. It wasn't an easy process to just go, but you're acting so irrational. I don't know, man. My spleen, I feel icky around whoever. And I'm not gonna be here anymore. I don't give a fuck why. I'm just gonna go home. For you, you might have emotional solar plexus. Emotional solar plexus is definitely not in the moment. It's over time. Because emotions are in the moment, and if you get overwhelmed by emotions, don't make any fucking decisions. Just wait. So, human design shows us that every single person is so radically different from the other person. And we are in this cookie cutter world, which is designed so you have like 20 possible careers, 20 possible ways to make decisions, 20 possible identities. And human design is called the Science of Differentiation. When you get your chart, you will see how complex of a being you really are. You will see how different you can be from others. So for example, things like ADHD, things like OCD, things like bipolar disorder, things like autism, things like neurodivergent people, things like, like I don't know who I am, I don't know what my next step in life is. People always call me lazy, people always call me low, and people sometimes tell me that I'm lifeless. And that's because I'm a projector. So that's the next thing, it's the types. So there are four major types in human design. There is the generator type, which is 70% of all population. So most people on earth are generators. 70% of you all will be generators. Then you have projectors, and I'm a projector, and we are 20% of everyone. Then you have manifestor, and manifestor is 9%. And then you have reflectors, and reflectors are 1%. Generators are here to generate energy and to do things. do a lot of things, and those things should be things that they are passionate about. Because if a generator does things they're not passionate about, they create frustration, and they share that frustration. If a generator does something they enjoy, they are satisfied, and they share that satisfaction with everyone around them. We projectors, like me, we are here to be one-on-one guides of that energy. So we are here to help all other types to manage their energy best. So generators operate best in groups because their energy is radiant towards the outside. We projectors, we operate best one-on-one. We make the best therapists because in one-on-one we can focus on the other person's energy and guide it if we are invited. Projectors have to be invited because of this intense one-on-one focus. We need the invitation to help another person, to guide another person's energy. Generators don't need to be invited. They just need to make sure that they are doing things from satisfaction opposed to frustration, and that's called responding. So generators are here to respond, meaning that when generators are presented with an option, they need to feel it in their body first. They need to feel the generation of energy in the body first and then say yes to things. Then we have the manifester. The manifester is your Hitler, the manifester is your Putin, the manifester is Jordan Peterson, for example. So these are the people that have energy that moves things around. So these are the people that are here to have impact with their energy, with their voice. They are here to steer things into a new direction. Then you have the reflectors. And the reflectors are the rarest types, and they are like sponges and mirrors. So they amplify whatever group they are in. They absorb the energies of people around them and they reflect it back. They are like karmic mirrors, triggers, walking karmic mirrors, gauges. I like to call them thermometers. You send a reflector to a party, it's almost like you dip a thermometer, you come there half an hour later and you look at the person that you sent, and by one look at that person you can know what the whole party is about, because they have all of their centers open, they have no connecting centers, so they are really a product of their environment. Sexual energy is always from another person, emotions are always from another person, the thoughts are most likely from another person, and the environment is very important for them, so things of that nature. So generators are here to generate energy and to have a lot of energy to spend. As opposed to me, I'm a projector. I'm not here to do much. I'm not here to work 9 to 5. I'm here to see very, very specific things about people and tell them if they want it. And in that way, I can steer the life of another person with very, very small input, but key input, key points, just like adjustment. You're standing in front of me and I just go like this, like that, shoulders down, okay, shoulders down, ribs, all right, pull this side back, okay, posture alignment. That would be like a chiropractor that doesn't need to do, or somebody doesn't need to do much. It's just slight adjustments to get you back into balance, but it's the projector aura that is actually able to see those things that need to be adjusted. So that can be like, you can live your whole life being a generator, trying to be a generator, trying to be a manifester, trying to speak and get people to do things like some people can. Like some people, when they speak, everyone listens, and then you try to speak and nobody fucking listens. And you spend your whole life wondering, why is nobody paying attention to me? Why am I the person with no voice? Why am I always ignored? Why am I always being called lazy? Why can't I focus on things? Why don't I have all the energy like this other person? Why am I not this bubbly personality? It's because you're different. You're a different type. And that's okay. Like, I am called a lazy fucking hippie. I am called dead. People tell me I have no sense of humor. It's like, nah. I do have a sense of humor. My sense of humor is just dry because I'm not here to be like this ha 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 da 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 da, like this energy emanating from me. I'm more of a sarcasm, like really dry humor, really low, really. I'm like furniture. I'm like furniture, like in the background, just sitting there until somebody comes in and puts like $100 in me, and then I'm like da da da, I'm like a vending machine. So it's very different. That's why it's called. There's two energy types and two non-energy types. The generator and the manifester are the energy types. The loud people, the vibrant people, the yang people, the expressive people, the extroverts, the you know, like sharing energy, sharing voice without needing any input. But then you have projectors and reflectors, and I'm a projector. Like, if there's nobody to hear what I have to say, I'm not saying anything. If I'm trying to speak, nobody's listening, I'm just gonna shut up or I'm gonna go home. Like, there's no... I'm like, I need input to give something back. So, that doesn't mean that projectors can't go to the fucking toilet without somebody giving them energy. It's not like I'm not like an energetic person, that I'm a vital person, that I can exercise, play basketball, do martial arts, meaning energy or non-energy person. Energy or non-energy being. Just means that electromagnetically, with people, in groups, in social settings, in relationships, you will feel the difference. You will feel the difference between a projector and a generator. It's a vast difference. And for me, I've lived my life as a generator and trying to be a manifester for 28 years of my life. I'm 31 now, so 2 years, 2.5, I don't know. Let's say around 2 years, I have been living my life as a projector. So waiting for the invitation, waiting for people to invite me into their space. I put myself out there, but then I just go like I don't chase things. If I try to speak and the other person is just like, no, this is not for me, I just stop talking. In social settings, I'm very much quiet. So you can hear me, but I'm alone in a room right now. I'm speaking to a camera and you guys want to listen to me. That's why I can speak. But if I was in a social setting, in a regular social setting, like I don't know, 80% of the world, I don't have a fucking thing to say. Because all the things that I want to talk about, most people don't want to talk about. Like, hello, have you had your human design reading? Do you know that humans have a electromagnetic field around them that stores emotions? Do you know that if you do Qigong for a few days, you can unblock all your blood stagnations in your shoulders? Do you know that humans need hydration more than any other sustenance? Then people are like, I just inhale and start talking, and people are like, nah man, nah. And that's fucking life, you know. So these are the 4 types, and all the types are different. They're very different. If you are a projector and you don't know you're a projector and you're trying to pursue this 9 to 5, I need to prove myself, I need to go, and people are, how come you have no energy? Why are you so slow? Why are you so lethargic? You just want to talk about one thing. You are very, like, I don't know, self-conscious in groups. Maybe you're not cut out to be in groups at all. Like, I fucking hate crowds. It's like I'm a one-on-one type of guy. If I'm with a friend, it's the 2 of us. Maybe like 2 people around me at the most. Like 3. If it's 4 or 5 people or more, I'm not gonna say anything. Because after a certain number of people in groups, there is no more individuality. There is just a new entity is formed. A new entity becomes formed, and there's no individual thought anymore. And I'm like, nah, I have one channel, it's called the channel of the fighter, and it's an individual channel, meaning like, I'm here to fight against, I need to preserve my individuality. So, even if we're best friends, I'm gonna say things that are gonna trigger you. Even if we're in a relationship, I'm still gonna, I have no problem telling you no, nah, I don't agree with that, I don't agree with that, I don't think that's fucking good for you, I don't think that's fucking good for you, I think we should do that. There's no like, we can be the closest possible, but this channel, I'm a pure individual. There's the circuits. You can be individual, you can be collective, you can be tribal. So tribal people are the people that are like, you know, tribal values, hierarchies, resources, the leader of the group, and then all other people, you know, like tribe, think tribe. I'm the furthest possible from that. And when I come into a tribe, all the males want to kill me because I fucking mess up the hierarchy. I'm like, nah, you're not the leader, nah, you're not the leader, we're all the same. I don't give a fuck if your women are jealous or whatever. I'm an individual, I'm gonna come and then I'm gonna go, and then you're gonna have to rearrange your fucking hierarchy after I'm gone. And I'm okay with that, you know, I'm okay being the, what's called, Sigma, you know. I don't fit into any staircase hierarchies. Who's the alpha male of the, nah. We're either all alpha males or we're all children. You're not gonna be better than me, and I'm not gonna be better than you. But if you are sort of endangered by my presence, I don't want to stoop lower, I don't want to like, you get what I mean. So, in a sense, there is individual circuitry in human design, there's collective circuitry, there is tribal circuitry. So some people are more individual by nature, some people are more collective by nature, meaning the whole world. I am here like Mother Teresa or something, or somebody, you know, like I feel the collective. I am here for the entire planet. I am here for social justice, big things. And then there are people who are tribal. They are here for family values, immediate people in their surroundings, resources, children, family. So I have only one channel, and it's individual, meaning that when I'm alone, and the only energy that is always within me is always going to be individual. And there is more individual and less individual channels, but I got the only one that's individual, and sort of only, it's called the channel of opposition, the channel of stubbornness. And it's like any time, even, I'll give you an example, even if it's a good thing. So I've been to this party, like a house party here in Sweden for the first time since I was here. So I kind of got to know how Swedes party, and it was very, you know, very sober, very conscious. There was jamming, there was like a real hippie fest with no drugs or alcohol or anything. It's just food and talking and then dancing and whatever. And it was very heart open, it was very no forcing, no hierarchies, nothing. It was very a heart warming experience. But even in that setting, I was like, this is very beautiful. These people, I can feel myself getting sucked in to this vibe, which is beautiful. But still there was this little part of me of like, but I can't lose myself in this. Like, it's beautiful, but I still want to say what the fuck I want to say if it's in me. I still want to go slightly different than that. In a sense that even in the most beautiful setting, everyone is uplifting me. Oh my god, this is all like beautiful, tantric, everyone's dancing. And I still need, like, I need to get out this just for half an hour. And I just need to be a little bit opposed to everything that's happening, because I can't lose myself in that. Even if it's the most beautiful setting, like, I can't allow myself to not be the individual in the place. I can't stand the feeling of going with the wave for too long. I can't dabble in these waters of even the most beautiful waves of people, but then, okay, this is enough now. And I'm just saying, I'm giving you an example of individual circuitry where I'm opposed to all the bullshit that's happening in society nowadays. Like 99% is like 99% of all the things that are happening in society. I'm just not up for that. I'm not up for all those things. And that's because I feel like I feel the detrimental effect on me as an individual. But I just want to say that I'm opposed to those things, and I want to remain knowing who I am in those circumstances. I just want to say that in even in the best circumstances, I'm still just gonna be a little bit okay. I'm gonna dance with you guys, but then I'm gonna go and be furniture for a while and just observe, because at the end of the day, I'm going home and I need to know who I am. And that's individual circuitry. People that have strictly tribal circuitry in human design, no problem going with the mass, going with the waves of the family. It's like family is the core of everything. They're very tribal, they're very resource based, raising children, and that's beautiful. Like, I'm amazing and the tribal people are amazing and the collective people are amazing. We need everyone. We also need generators, we need projectors, we need manifestors, we need reflectors. So all the types, we need all of them. But it's only when you actually live your type, live your design, is when you start to feel really empowered. So generators, projectors, manifestors, reflectors, these are some of the basics. Do you guys have some any questions? Okay, I'm gonna have a tomato. Be right back. Type questions. Hey guys, look. Type questions there. Look. There's place. You can type question. Look. You can type some questions. Look. Type some questions in there. Over there.